What's up, guys? Hoodlum 2002 here with another Diecast review video. Today I'm going to be looking at Dale Jr.'s 2008 LifeLock 400 race win from Michigan International Speedway. Before we get to the car, this is a color chrome, so you have your certificate of authenticity. Just to show, there it is right there, color chrome, one of 2,673. Race Fan Collectibles is basically all over the box. So, and copyright and such is all there on the bottom. With this being a Race Win diecast, you get a stat card. Hendrick Motorsports Junior Nation, Michigan International Speedway, Dale Earnhardt Jr., June 5th, 2008. Got a bunch of pictures of Dale Jr. and his crew celebrating the win. LifeLock 400, Dale Earnhardt Jr. You got the stats of the race. Dale Jr. led 14 laps, and this was his 18th career win. There's a picture of him going across the finish line, and you also got a GM right there. Nothing on the back. So now let's get down to the car itself. So starting off with sponsors, you got Amp Energy on the hood, you got the 88 right there on the headlight, you got the Chevy logo, you got Hendrick Motorsports on the other headlight, you have Impala SS on the front. Going down the side with the contingencies, you got Wix filters, which is somewhat kind of covered up by the brace of the splitter. You've got Sunoco, Edelbrock, I don't know what this one says. I don't even want to know how to try to pronounce it. You got Cams, yep, Mahle, Moog chassis parts, Goodyear and Gatorback belts. You got Goodyear right there as always by the tire. And you got some more contingencies right here. You got Holley, 3M, EA Sports. I don't know why I was saying eSports. EA Sports, Mac Tools, Jegs, Stant, Autometer, Coors Light Pole, NASCAR Sprint Cup Series, USG. That says, okay, I think that Sheet Rack, I think that's what that says. I don't know. You got Dow, and then you got NASCAR Race Car 60 Years. Going down the corner panel right here, you got National Guard, you got Mountain Dew, Amp Energy right there, Marrow.org. You've got National Guard right here on the end of the splitter, or spoiler as well. I don't know why I said splitter. You got the Quaker State Q right there, and you also, I just noticed this when looking at this car again, you got the Chevy Impala symbol right there on the window. Anyway, on the B post, you got Wrangler, Bosch, Siemens, Freightliner, and Hendrick Motorsports. You got Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s name right there with the North Carolina flag. On the back of the car, you've got National Guard, Chevy, Quaker State 88. And underneath the N, you can see there's a Chevy logo, but I don't know what's next to the Chevy logo. On the spoiler, you got a little NASCAR logo right there. You've got National Guard right there on the deck lid. This is number 1969 or 1969. That was the year my dad was born, actually, which is pretty cool. Same stuff down the other side as usual. And that's all the sponsors. Obviously, I mentioned before this was a color chrome. They just made the green as the chrome. They didn't make the white chrome probably because of some of the damage and stuff. But anyway, let's get down to the damage. So we'll start with the window. Obviously, you got the sun visor that Dale Jr. has going across the cars. You got the window tear-offs right there. It's a little hard to see on the hood, especially with the color chrome, but you can see like some rubber all along the word amp. You can see it a little bit maybe on the hood. You can see it on the headlights, front bumper, all that stuff right there by the Chevy logo. You can see it. You've got a lot of rubber, some rubber all on the front of the splitter. I don't know what that orange stuff is right there. I don't know if that's like Gatorade or something, or a drink that was being splashed on the car in Victory Lane, but don't know. tire, you got like a sticker or something, maybe something worn off right there. You got a bunch of rubber buildup all along here by the contingencies, as you can see. Some more some more rubber buildup right there on the side skirt. Got some tire marks all along here. You've of course got some rubber back here on the quarter panel. I don't see no fuel spill off. It doesn't look like it. A little hard to see, but you can also see streaks of maybe drinks that were splashed on the car during in Victory Lane. You can see maybe some rubber or something on the white parts of the taillights. Nothing really much on the deck lid. Going down the side, you got some more rubber buildup all along here. Probably where you made contact or just from the rubber flying off the cars. Got some more rubber going down the side of the car here. You got the burn marks by the exhaust. The 8, there's some rubber right there on the 8. Got some more rubber all along there by the contingencies as well. Got some more rubber covering up some of the Male logo, Comp logo as well. As you can see it like all along on the front bumper. And then, last but not least, the roof, which that's not confetti. I think that's just maybe bits of a drink or something that was spilled. And one thing I forgot to do was obviously roof flaps, of course, open. You got your typical fuel cell and such right there. I think National Guard's on the other side of the spoiler. Yep, figured. And then give me a minute. Let me get this hood open because these hoods are sometimes hard to open up. There we go. Got the hood open. So let's get that in the shot right there. And then underneath the hood, you got Chevy, National Guard, Amp Energy, and Quaker State. There's a look at the engine detail if you want to see that. Also, I don't know if it's designed to do this, but apparently I can shut the entire hood over the front window. I mean, I don't know if it was meant to be built like that, but you of course got some rubber underneath the hood and stuff. So, this was a fuel mileage race won by Dale Jr. The last caution that came out, he was questionable on if he could make it or not, which I think his car, when you watch that final restart, his car he didn't get good enough of a restart. It looked like his car just didn't have any fuel in it, but he got going and managed to make it around the last, I think, 2 times for him to win the race. This was his first win for Hendrick Motorsport, first points-paying win for Hendrick Motorsports. And it was his first Cup win as well since Richmond in 2006, which was his last win for DEI. I think he won his first 2 races in the 88 car. And during speed weeks at Daytona, I think it was the duel and maybe the clash or whatever it was. I don't know. There we go. The hood wasn't shut all the way. But this was his first points-paying win since that Richmond race in 2006. Dale Jr. didn't win a race again until 2012 at Michigan in the famous Batman Dark Knight Rises car. So basically, it took him about 4 straight years to win a race, to finally win a race. And it was 4 years dead since in 2012 he won that same Michigan race that he won here in 2008. So, obviously, I'm not forking up $200 or something like that to get the Michigan race win because I don't think there's much damage to it. Also, with it being a black car, you really can't tell. But with this being a color chrome and a race win, I got this thing for $40. So, that's a steal in my book for a color chrome race win of Junior's first win with Hendrick. I also could have got a color chrome of the dual win, but obviously Daytona's already passed, so I wanted to benefit myself and do the Michigan car. I might get the dual car maybe one day, who knows. But keeping up the streak with race wins. Next week, NASCAR has an off week for Father's Day, and I have a very cool diecast review planned for that. It's not a race win, but what's cool is it somewhat relates to my dad, so that's pretty cool. And then after that, we head to Sonoma. That will be a race win review as well. And then we go to Chicagoland. That's going to be a dual race win / race version. And then Daytona, we have another race win. So keeping up the race win train here, except for next week, which is an off week. But that's pretty much all there is to say about this car. Tyler Reddick won the Xfinity race today. And Greg Biffle, who hasn't been in a race car since, 2016, I believe, won the truck race last night in the number 51 truck for Kyle Busch Motorsports. So that was cool to see him win after so long of not racing. And his last truck win was like in 2001. So pretty cool to see Biffle win his first race back. So anyways, that's all there is to say for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thanks for watching, and I will see you next week.